Imagine a single piece of paper, covered in numbers and equations. Now imagine the entire course of the Cold War, the fate of a national hero, and the future of human space exploration resting on the accuracy of those calculations. This isn't science fiction. It's the true story of Katherine Johnson, a brilliant mind whose work literally shaped the world we live in. In the early 1960s, the Cold War wasn't just fought with spies and politics. It was a race to the heavens. The Soviet Union was leading. They had launched Sputnik, the first satellite, and sent Yuri Gagarin, the first man into space. The United States was playing a desperate game of catch-up, and the pressure was immense. The nation's pride and its claim to technological supremacy were on the line. The next giant leap was to put a man into orbit and bring him back safely. The astronaut chosen for this daunting mission was John Glenn, a charismatic and courageous Marine Corps pilot. But orbiting the Earth wasn't the hard part. Coming home was. Re-entry was a terrifyingly complex dance of physics. The angle had to be perfect. Too steep, and the capsule would burn up like a meteor. Too shallow, and it would skip off the atmosphere like a stone on water, lost to space forever. To solve this, NASA was using brand new room-sized IBM electronic computers. They were the pinnacle of technology at the time, but they were also new, and with new technology comes new uncertainties. The computers would spit out numbers, but could they be trusted with a human life? This is where our story truly begins. Inside NASA's Langley Research Center, a group of brilliant African-American women, known as human computers, were tasked with checking the work of these mechanical giants. And among them was Katherine Johnson. From a young age, Katherine was a prodigy. She loved to count. She counted everything: the steps to the road, the dishes she washed, the stars in the sky. Her mind was a natural calculator. She graduated from high school at 14 and college at 18. In an era of deep segregation and sexism, her path to NASA was anything but easy, but her talent was undeniable. At NASA, she quickly distinguished herself. She wasn't just checking numbers. She was asking questions. She wanted to know the why behind the formulas. Her curiosity and tenacity earned her a place in rooms where few women, let alone women of color, had ever been. She was instrumental in calculating the trajectory for Alan Shepard's 1961 Freedom 7 mission, the first American spaceflight. But the orbital mission for John Glenn was a different beast entirely. The stakes were exponentially higher. The flight would last hours, not minutes. The re-entry window was a sliver of opportunity in a vast ocean of deadly possibilities. The IBM computers had crunched the numbers, producing a massive printout of the flight path from launch to splashdown. But John Glenn, the man whose life depended on those numbers, had a special request. He was a pilot. He trusted instinct, and he trusted people he knew were the best. Before he would strap himself into that tiny capsule atop a rocket, he wanted a final check. He didn't just want the machine's answer. He wanted Katherine's. "Get the girl to check the numbers," Glenn famously said. "If she says they're good, then I'm ready to go." Think about that for a moment. The girl, not Dr. Johnson, not the brilliant mathematician. Just the girl, yet. In that simple phrase was the ultimate expression of trust. It was an acknowledgement that human intellect, in this case Katherine's specific and extraordinary intellect, was the final and most reliable authority. So Katherine Johnson went to work. For a day and a half, with a mechanical calculator on her desk and the weight of the world on her shoulders, she recalculated everything. She worked through the complex differential equations governing orbital mechanics by hand. The trajectory, the launch window, the re-entry angle, the splashdown point, every single critical data point. She wasn't just checking the computer's math. She was validating the very principles upon which the mission was built. It was a painstaking, mentally grueling task. One misplaced decimal, one tiny error, and the mission would end in tragedy. Finally, she finished. Her hand-calculated numbers matched the computer's. She gave the go-ahead. The numbers were good. On February 20th, 1962, John Glenn's Friendship 7 capsule blasted into orbit. The world watched, holding its breath. For nearly 5 hours, he circled the globe 3 times. During the flight, a sensor indicated a potential problem with the heat shield. The re-entry, already the most dangerous part of the mission, was now filled with even more terror. But Katherine Johnson's calculations had accounted for contingencies. The flight controllers used her numbers to guide Glenn through the fiery return. The capsule plunged back through the atmosphere, a blazing fireball. But it held together. It splashed down safely in the Atlantic Ocean, exactly where her calculations predicted it would. John Glenn was an instant national hero. America had finally matched the Soviets, and the victory was electrifying. It was a massive propaganda win in the Cold War, a demonstration of American resilience and ingenuity. The success of the Friendship 7 mission galvanized public support and federal funding for the space program, paving the way for the Apollo missions and the ultimate goal of landing a man on the moon. But behind the celebrated hero and the ticker-tape parades was the quiet, brilliant work of Katherine Johnson. Her contribution wasn't just symbolic. It was the fundamental bedrock of the mission's success. If her math had been wrong, John Glenn would not have come home. The American space program might have been set back years, or even abandoned. The momentum of the space race, and by extension the technological development it spurred for decades to come, could have shifted dramatically. For years, her story and the stories of the other human computers remained largely unknown, hidden in the footnotes of history. But what she did was monumental. She broke barriers of race and gender to become an indispensable part of one of humanity's greatest achievements. Her mind was the safety net for the dawn of the computer age. The legacy of Katherine Johnson is a powerful reminder that progress is built on the work of individuals. It's about the courage to trust the human mind, the dedication to get the details right, and the brilliance that can flourish in anyone, regardless of their background. Her calculations didn't just bring an astronaut home. They helped propel a nation forward and secure America's place in the stars. It's a story of intellect, integrity, and the incredible impact one person can have on the course of history. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this story as inspiring as I do, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel for more hidden histories that shaped our world. We'll see you in the next one.